welcome to today's video, and I'm going to share with you a quick little message. It came up in a recent session. Often this topic does, and it's what to do when you're not feeling it. So as a conscious being that you are, you're on this growth path, self-development path, ascension path, all the paths. And so sometimes we have days where, we just don't feel it. We don't feel like we're vibing high. We don't feel like particularly love and light or magical or any of those expansive energies. And so sometimes, we can worry about, oh, if we're not feeling that, are we going into negativity? Are we manifesting bad things? Which is often what clients come to me with, because there's such a program around, if you are not positive, if you are not up here, you're going to manifest bad things. And that is such a bullshit program. So I want to just shine some light on this so and have maybe a bit of a guidance or a map, very, very short one, as to what to do. So here's my guidance on this. So take it, leave it, whatever resonates with you. And also anytime I share any of guidance, if it doesn't resonate, release it. I'm definitely not here to tell you what to do. You already know what you need. So here are some perspectives. So on the days where you feel like, and I have this, by the way, even though I channel and I'm very devoted to my development, my growth, and I've been doing this for a long, long time, there are still days where I feel sulky. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to channel. I don't want to help humanity. I don't want to do anything. I have those days, not for any particular reason. Often it's just like an energy that's there. So if that's you, if you ever kind of feel that, I want to give you this kind of, not permission, because you don't need permission, but I want to give you this like reminder, this green light, that is absolutely okay to have those days where you just let yourself curl up and just close the curtains. Because in the old days, when I used to feel like that, I never used to give myself any space. And then what happens is, when you just keep suppressing how you actually feel as a human, it grows and it gets bigger, and then it sort of keeps hounding you. So I've learned over the years, by trial and error, and some painful ways, that if I just let myself feel, what happens is, and I guarantee this from my own experience and also from working with hundreds of people now over the years, if you feel and let yourself feel, what happens is the emotion it's been seen and it's been felt and it's been heard, and then it just drifts away when it's ready. So it's absolutely okay to give yourself those days off. So there are some days, if I feel like that, I will just close the curtains. So what if the sun is out and sunlight is good for you, right? I might have those moments where I'm like, I'm just going to close the curtains. I'm tired. I need to restore myself. I might watch a movie. I might watch an intense movie if I feel really intense, or I might watch a movie that will just make me cry, like whatever, or dramatic. Sometimes I watch something light. It just depends. But I let myself have that, like, wrap myself up in a blanket day if I need to, because we've got to have the human emotions. All right. So I just want to share that with you in case you feel like this, because sometimes we judge it and we make it wrong. So that's what I would encourage you to do. Then the other side, when you then move through that, and you might have other days where you feel total opposite, where you're riding high, you're in a magical vibe. And just on that note, depending on your energy, depending on your human design, for those of you who may or may not know about human design, we are designed very differently. So me, in my human design, I have an emotional authority, which means that my emotions can be very, like, roller coastery. It's not like there's anything wrong with that, but it's like, it sounds a bit weird, but it's like, I know that I can have very intense emotions. That's just how I'm designed. So many people have that, not all of us, but some people. So if you have that, know that that's just part of the way your energy works. So it's okay. So when you're feeling good and you're feeling like you're magical and expansive and confident and in your power, actually that's the time. That's what I'd encourage you to really do, the beautiful daily rituals and the things that will strengthen you. Because what a lot of people do is they only try and meditate, journal, do some tapping, do some release work, or whatever else they do when they're feeling really challenged. And actually, it's really hard to do it from that place. It's a lot harder. So I find that I let myself have those days off. But the reason that works for me is because on the good days, on the days where I'm like, yeah, I've slept well and I feel expansive and creative and all of that good stuff. I do the work, the inner stuff on those days. So when you really do that, when you're riding high, feed yourself with positive things, really step into that energy, because it will hold you and support you on the days that you don't. And I find that's a really powerful way to live. And it's a really, really good way to have this foundation. So just giving yourself permission on the days you don't feel it, riding high when you are feeling good, fill yourself up with affirmations, energy work, healing work, whatever you're working on, however you do it, and it will support you through it, because we are human, and no matter how conscious we are, we all have the human body to live in, and with the human body comes along with that is emotions and vibrations and heavy frequencies on the earth. So we're not going to feel consistently any one way. And I think maybe we don't talk about that enough, because sometimes it looks like when you're following someone out there that they're always riding high and everything's wonderful, but in reality a lot of us don't feel like that all the time. So I hope that's helped you just open a couple of doors there if you need it, and give yourself a whole load of love, and just give yourself whatever you need. All right, so any questions on that, feel free to pop them below. There is a lot more to say as usual, but I'll try and keep these videos fairly concise. But anything you want to know, any questions that come up, pop them below. If you're looking for any assistance with any of that, check out the link in the description. I have different ways of working with me, but I also have Coded Clearing Library, which is a pass that you can purchase, and then you access all of these energy shifts and activations. And that's a really great resource to have, either when you're feeling a bit rubbish and you need something just to support you, or equally when you're feeling really good and you want to pour more good energies into you. That's a really great resource I created, so you can have like a library of energies and activations and all sorts of good things. So you can check that out. It's all in the link. Everything, all ways to work with me and all of that is in the link in the description. So check that out if you're interested in that. But yeah, I send you so much love, and I will see you again in the next video.